Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. As you guys are entering, if you would not mind going into the chat and listing your name and your business so I know who's with us today, that would be great. We'll give it a few more minutes for everybody to join us before we get started.
Hi, Sandy.
Hello.
Feels like forever since I've seen you. Hi, Mindy.
If you're just joining us, hello. And if you would not mind, take a few minutes and go into the chat, list your name and the business that you are with. Looks like the chat is starting to fill up, which is good.
Thanks for your patience while we get everyone in.
We'll give a few more minutes before we get started. Some may just be getting the reminder and forgot they need to get on still. Looks like we're having some great participation though. Hi, Elisa. I see you found us.
Well, it is 1:02, Chantel. Do you want me to just keep letting people in and you can go ahead and get started? And
Yes, that would be good. We want to go that way. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. So we just had one more enter. Again, if you have not put your name in the chat box, please do so with the business you are with, just so we know who is with us today. The Zoom will be recorded. So if someone with your company was not able to participate with us today, we can send them a copy, or if you would like a copy just to go back through and look, please let us know and we'll send a copy to you. So we will go ahead and get started. I put a slideshow together. Hopefully keep me on task.
for those of you that haven't had a chance to meet Chantel, you want to introduce yourself formally?
I forgot I was going to do that too. I didn't put that on my paper. I am Chantel Baker. I am the new Director of Membership and Education with the Chamber. I have now been here for 5 weeks. It has been very exciting. I have not had a dull moment yet. Going from the annual dinner to helping host this career fair makes your day go by really quick. So I am happy to be with the Chamber. I've had a lot of fun so far. I've met a lot of new people. There's a lot of names on here I have not met, but I have been emailing. So I look forward to meeting you at the career fair. Again, I'm Chantel. Thank you. We'll go ahead and get started. Again, like I said, hello. Thank you for joining us this year for the career fair. A little bit about the career fair. This is our 6th career fair. This is a true career exploration event. The event gives all of our high school juniors and seniors the opportunity to explore the many career options that Wayne County has to offer. When I say juniors and seniors, this is all Wayne County schools that will be participating, and we will also have National Trail. They have decided they would like to start joining with us. The career fair days and times, I've just kind of had some information listed. This year we are offering a 2-day event. Since we have so many students, we had to break it up. We will be hosting over 1,250 with all the schools. So those are some amazing numbers. The location will be at the Wayne County Fairground. We will be hosting the Career Fair Floor, which is all of you, all of your booths. They will be in the First Bank Coleman Center. Right now, we have employers set up for Wednesday, the 22nd, and I have a couple notes to the side for you. You can begin setting up your booth at 8:00 a.m. The first group will come through at 9:30, so we ask you to be ready to go by 9:30. Another thing is if your booth will need electricity, please put a note in the chat with your name and your company and that you need electricity. So that way, when I start working on the plans, we have that there ready for you. Wait until that morning, might be a little bit too much and chaotic. Also, we will have volunteers and staff. They will be there to greet you when you arrive. They will direct you to your location for your booth so you know where to set up at. And then also, if there's any last minute issues, they will be on hand to help you with that as well. I know some companies bring in a lot. So if you are one of those and you need more time, please reach out to me by email and I will work with you and see when I can get you guys in there on Wednesday. I'm working now with the Coleman Center to work on setup times for Wednesday as well. But they have other events going on too. So we'll work on that together. On
One
Wednesday,
thing to note, Chantel, for those of you that do need electricity, it's really great if you've never set up at the Coleman Center or the fair or the Tom Raper Center, previous Tom Raper Center, now First Bank Expo Hall. They have electricity in the ceiling and then they drop a line down from the ceiling. So you don't have to be along the wall to have electricity, although we may put you there. What I do want to say though, is you will want to bring your own extension cord. So you will want to use your own extension cord to go from your booth to the plug that will drop from the ceiling or to a wall in a nearby location. We don't have enough extension cords for you.
So yes, just send us a message in the chat so we can have that ready for you. On Wednesday, February 22nd, again, you guys will need to be ready to go by 9:30. The first group of students should be coming in at 9:35, so please be ready for them. With that, our start times, you'll see when I send schedules out later of what time they should be coming in. Always allow a few minutes for traffic because they'll be walking in from the expo hall into the Coleman Center. So if they're not in there right at 9:30, like the schedule says, don't worry, they were on their way. We will bring them into the lobby first and then bring them out to the career floor. On Thursday, the 23rd, we would like you to be ready by 9:15 a.m. And again, that will allow you guys to be set up and ready to go for that first group coming in that morning. And then the end of the day, I also put what times you'll be done with your career booths. Go to the next slide. Little bit to what to expect on Wednesday, the 22nd. Again, being set up and ready to present by 9:30. On Wednesday, it will only be Richmond schools. It'll be their juniors and seniors. So only Richmond will be there on Wednesday. They are bringing over 500 students. Looks like the juniors should be entering around 9:35, exiting about 10:20, and then the seniors will come in around 10:20 and exit around 11:20. And again, that's give or take a few minutes. When you're dealing with that many students, you know, we have to kind of corral them to where they are going and make sure we don't lose any in the process. So again, a few minutes here and there. On Thursday, the 23rd, we're asking you to be ready to present at 9:15. We will be having Centerville and Seton schools come through first. It gives their student count and about the estimated time frame they will be there. Then we will follow up with Northeastern and Trail schools. And again, same thing, students to expect and about the time frame. We will then have a little downtime for lunch. And we'll get to that in a little bit. And then the next group that will finish us for Thursday will be Lincoln and Hagerstown schools. And again, their student count and their time frame. Right now, we are estimating the career fair floor should be done around 1:30. A few things of what to expect. Over these 2 days, we are going to see nearly 1,250 students and staff members coming through, so be prepared for that many. Students will participate in a presentation and 2 workshops prior to coming into the career fair floor. These events will be held over in the First Bank Expo Hall. When those are complete, that is when they will come over to the Coleman Center for the career fair floor. The goal of the career fair is an event to help these students understand their career opportunities. This isn't a hiring fair. We're not going to look for you guys to hire students, but you may find some wonderful part-time employees. You may even have interest in internships. So it's just a good way to connect with some of these students. A few things I would recommend for your table and for yourself. The first is dress comfortably. You guys will be in the Coleman Center. It is concrete floors. So if you're permitted to wear tennis shoes, I would highly recommend it. Another good thing to do is to wear your logo, whether it be on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, hat, something with your logo. So when they see you, they can put you together. If you do not have logo, even a name tag with your business and your name is a good idea to have. Being interactive is very highly recommended. We will also have judges. They will be walking around, so be interactive. The other thing with the tables that I would have prizes for the students, or I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Being interactive, there will be prizes for the students at the end. So with that, we'll go into that. We'll have a bingo game, and the more interaction you have, the more these kids will play the game and then come back for us for prizes.
Also, for the employers, we do have special prize for the most interactive or the best employer booth. Lynette, do you want to tell everyone what that is?
I can do that. Yeah. So for the employer booth that is picked to be the most interactive, most engaging, most creative, and all of those kind of fun things, we will do free advertising in our Friday e-news that goes out to over 2,000 chamber member individuals. So a great opportunity to get some advertisement in front of a lot of people in Wayne County, but you will get a free ad in that e-news for an upcoming month.
So bring the fun, bring confetti, bring whatever you want, be interactive and have fun.
I'm a big fan of confetti.
It always makes the students happy too. Also, you'll want to bring giveaways. The students will be coming to your booth. The principals have asked us nicely for you guys to remember these are high school students. So whatever giveaways you bring, they will be taking back to their school. So with your brand on it is great, but you might want to rethink what you pass out. So just kind of keep that in mind. They're high school students, they're going back to school, and you probably do not, or they do not want to see everything thrown around. So just something to think about.
Maybe no balls. Maybe forego the stress balls.
We'll take
Cafeteria will be fun that day.
We'll take the stress balls, but the students probably not. And then we'll also ask you guys to take our True Color and a career interest survey assessment, which again, that will come out later, and I will go over those with you as well. And
Chantel,
if you have,
there is a question about what is something good to hand out. So is that candy? I would say yes, they will love candy, and that would be great. I think the biggest problem that we've had in the past, and I can't remember what business it was, but it was something that could be thrown around the classroom, and it did get thrown around the classroom and created havoc for them the rest of the day. So that's more the thing. Just maybe think about, what could kids use for mayhem and avoid that, but anything else is fine.
and if you have questions as I'm going through, please drop them in the chat as well. And then at the end, we can go over questions. It could be something someone else is wondering too. So feel free to use the chat to ask questions. The student schedule. So we'll kind of go through this a little bit just so you know what the students are doing. The students will arrive and they will begin their exploration in the first Bank Expo Hall, which is Tom Raper Center. All students will go through First Impressions. Eastern Indiana Works with Wayne Williams and Ashley Williams as the speakers. They are going to go over the do's and don'ts of interviewing. They will go over how to ask and answer interview questions, and they'll go over a lot of other hot topics on hiring. So they'll come in, we'll greet them, we'll sit them down, and then we'll have the First Impressions topic. After that, we break out into two groups. The juniors, they will be going into True Colors. So True Colors is an assessment test created for high school students. They will divide the juniors into 4 colors, which being blue, green, orange, or gold. Then after they realize what color they are, they will break out into groups and they will have discussions with those leaders. The students will receive a sticker to wear that indicates what color they were throughout the fair. So when they come inside to see you guys, you will see colored stickers on these students and you'll be able to have some conversations better with them. We encourage you guys, the employers, to take the assessment test ahead of time and be able to incorporate those colors into your table, or at least be able to talk about that with the students. We would also encourage employers to wear the color sticker. That just kind of helps the students engage better with you. If they see that you have a blue sticker and they have a blue sticker, that's something that you guys can start discussing. It's a topic, it's a good way to reach them and an icebreaker, have a good conversation with them. So the juniors will be coming in with stickers on them. The seniors, they will break out into another group, and this is going to be called the Career Interest Survey. And we're doing 2 different surveys because last year, everyone took the True Colors. So all the juniors that are returning have already taken it. So now we're going to start doing things different so they're not taking the same assessments each year. The seniors will take this assessment and it will give them their top 3 choices out of 15 sector careers. They will have the opportunity to speak with a well-versed career interest speaker in 2 or 3 of those fields that the profession holds. So what's going to be different this year is we have 15 career interest speakers, and once those seniors realize the professions that they're interested in most, they will go talk to them. More of a small group, one-on-one. They get the personal feel about what to expect in that field. For example, maybe they want to know what their first year versus their 15th year in that career looks like, or they're curious about salary ranges. So they kind of have a more one-on-one conversation this way. And plus the seniors will be looking to graduate soon and join the job field. We are going to encourage the employers to take the assessment as well. And each business, we want to represent the sector icons for those business types. So what I'm going to do is send out a survey later for all of you to take. And what it will give me is what you're, say, for example, we'll use Reed. Maybe someone did not even think about IT position at Reed because they think of it more as a medical field. Well, if we have an icon at Reed that shows they also are involved in IT, students may never put that together. So each business, I'm going to ask you to go through and tell me what all 15 sectors are involved with your company. And then with that, we'll ensure the correct icons are visuals at each of your booths. The switch. This is where it's going to be fun. This is where we have to corral them from the first Bank Expo Hall into the first Bank Coleman Center. So what will happen is once they leave there, they'll come into the lobby. All the students will be greeted. They will receive a cinch bag, which is for all the items they are going to receive from your booths. So they have somewhere to place them. They will also receive a pin and a bingo card. We will give them the rules to bingo. We will explain it and how they will locate the table for prizes and different things. Then once all the explanations are given to them, students will then be released to the career fair floor, and that is you guys. All right, the career fair floor where you guys will all be located. The employers will be divided into two different sides of the Coleman Center. In the center, we will have a Chamber of Commerce table. This will help with any questions or can direct students for assistance. So if there's something you're not sure about, we will be placed in the center, so we'll be available. With that also, any discipline issues you would have with students, please reach out to one of us or a volunteer or even one of the chaperones with the schools. It is not your responsibility. We don't want you to ever have to think you have to worry about disciplining or taking care of any of the students. So again, we'll be in the center. So if you need us, please grab us. Expect anywhere from 200 to 250 students at a time on the career fair floor. Again, they will have bingo cards to work through on the floor. So there'll be different questions. For example, one of them could be, which company has 10 of the sectors? So then they have to tell us which icons were at that, which business had those 10 icon sectors on their business card. Once they're done with their bingo cards, then they'll turn them back into the chamber tables and then be in the drawing for prizes at the end. We encourage conversation about career development and career pathways. So when they come to you, have those conversations with them. How can you help them with their career development? How about career pathways? So those are really good topics. All local higher education institutions, they will be available. They are in the middle of the career fair floor for your reference as well throughout the day. So if you're directing them that they need so much time in school or something, they will also, the institutions will be there to help out with that too. Lunches, best topic of the day. We are going to be providing lunches for all employers and volunteers on Thursday, the 23rd. Thank you to Eastern Indiana Works. If your table plans to have more people at the table during lunch, and this is our time frame to have lunch, 11:30 to 12:15, please register those individuals so we can have accurate head count. So as of now, say you only registered one person, but you're bringing 2 others, please register them so that way we have enough food on hand for everyone. Also, if you have any special diet needs, vegetarian, again, please send me an email so we can have something for you at lunch to eat. And again, big thank you to Eastern Indiana Works for providing this for you guys. Things that will follow this presentation, I am working now on all of these things. True color assessment, the career interest survey, the 2-day schedule, the maps of the booths where everybody will be located, and this video presentation. So look here, maybe at the end of the week, sometime next week, look for some emails coming through. I will be providing all this information to you. This will just help better the career fair process. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, one question that Eric from Primex had is, will high schoolers know to come prepared with resumes for networking purposes? I will say, Eric, probably not. There are usually a couple schools that some of the students do come with resumes that day. Hagerstown sometimes will have their students, especially their honor students or, certain ones, go ahead and prepare a resume and print them and bring a few. It's always interesting as well. Some schools have the time in their homeroom and they really dedicate it to saying dress appropriately for a job interview, even though it's not really an interview, but you're going to be interacting with employers. So you'll see some kids that show up with resumes and maybe they're dressed a little more professionally, but most of the students are probably not going to have a resume completed yet. Okay, Mindy has a question. Chantel, last year we were able to have 2 nice giveaways at our table through a drawing. That way we also had their contact information to set up interviews. Are we able to do that this year? We gave away 2 gifts after the fair. Absolutely. We can, if you wanted to have something that you give away at the end of each day, we could do that, or we could just wait and draw 2 names. Well, you draw 2 names, and let us know after it's over, and we can then make sure that those prizes get to that school.
Good question. Any other questions? And if you come up with one, feel free to reach out to me and then I'll get you an answer for that as well.
One thing I will say is that, Chantel mentioned be set up by, I think it's 9:30 or 9:15, depending on the day. And I would encourage you to get there and get your stuff set up about 15 minutes early. That gives us a chance to make any last minute announcements to the entire group before the students arrive. And it gives you a chance to kind of walk around the room and see what else is in the room. If you have someone that comes up to you and they're looking for a career in X, but you only have career in Y, you might be able to say, we don't have that here, but you might talk to so-and-so. I saw them on the other side of the room, and just help us in that way. As far as the colors, I would just tell you that, if you have a student that's walking up with gold, and you'll know this when you get all of the true colors information, but if they're walking up and they have a gold sticker, that's their type A personality. That's what most of our team here at the chamber is. So just to tell you, they're very type A personality. It will help you equate what kind of jobs you have in your business that would match that personality type. Save you a little bit of time from having to ask a lot of questions to get there. Some of these students will be well versed and they will have had conversations, whether they're involved in BPA or FFA or several things that really develop those communication leadership skills. But some students, this is going to be brand new to them. They're going to talk quietly. They're not going to want to engage. And that is the best reason why we want whatever you bring to be interactive. Last year we had one business show up with a phlebotomy arm, and students practice drawing blood on a dummy phlebotomy practice arm. We have Dot Foods always does a fun interactive thing with the remote control truck where they go and pick up something and deliver it. A House always comes with some robots and things. Whatever it is that you think you can do that's interactive, that's going to get the kids' attention and make them want to come to you. And then, yes, of course, candy, food, t-shirts, whatever it is that you've got that you want to give away, kids will love that too.
Any other questions? Okay, go on to the next slide. All right, save the dates. Go ahead and mark in your calendars. The hiring fair is now on Thursday, April the 13th. It will be at Earlham College like it was last year. And if, just kind of be on the lookout for registration. We'll be getting that out shortly to you. This event is where the students will be coming to look for a position. Where they do not have anything for postgraduate yet. So they're still looking for their career opportunities. So this will be the hiring fair. So I highly encourage you to get involved with that as well. And then thank you. Thank you to all of you. Without all of you, our students would not receive this amazing opportunity. So this is something that's very good for our community. Seeing that there's almost 1,250 students that will be here, that's amazing. I mean, that gives them an eye opener of why they want to remain in Wayne County when they graduate. So thank you again to all of you.
Yes, it's wonderful that we have businesses that that care enough to take time out of their day to do this and allocate staff time. We know you're busy already. Hopefully this will equate to these students really understanding what great careers we have here, and whether they're going to get a job right after high school or after postgraduate education, whether it's certificate or degree program, they'll think back and say, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that Meyer hires managers, not just people that run the cash register. Or I remember that, Primex also needs engineers and I'm looking for a degree in package engineering or something. So
Right.
you might be able to pull some of those things together and plant a seed that will last for a long time. So thank you so much.
And if no one has anything else, we will conclude the Zoom meeting. And I will be more than happy to send this out to you. Again, if you have any questions, do not hesitate, reach out and send me an email, give me a phone call. I look forward to working with all of you and seeing you here in about a week and a half. See you guys. Bye.
Thanks.
Great. Thanks, everyone.